Hey there, Mom and Dad, and Jewel, and now Maria. Thanks for joining me for this video. And if you are not one of those 4 people, just want to thank you as well for finding my channel. If you have a Google account, I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'll be sharing my victories and my exploits and my disasters and my tragedies as I learn the game of chess. And last time, in my first video, I covered my first ever game online from November 30th, and I lost, and that video was about like 14 minutes, so I'm gonna make this shorter. This time, I'm gonna cover my second ever game online that was rated, and I actually won. Instead of losing in 19 turns, I won in 6, which is a big improvement. I noticed I didn't really like the long 30-minute increments, so I started cutting down to shorter games. Gives you a little bit less time to think, and I guess you go with more instinctual moves than like deep planning. So let's cover this game, and I hope you like the music addition that I did for this video. I think it keeps a good pace. So this was me versus this person, jeazgg, on December 7th, 2018. This was about a week after my first game, which I covered, like I said, in last video. And in between that time, I did a lot of practice against the computer, and I think I improved. Evidently I did, because I turned my losing streak of 1 around into a winning streak of 1. On that note, I think it's funny that this website, jeazgg.com, calls this page the best chess games of Sam Valladares. My username is SamVchess, the 3 is silent, on chess.com, as well as on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. I think it's funny that it's called this the best chess games, because as you can see, like, most of my early ones were just losses. But maybe they just wanted to be optimistic, which is what I am, so I can dig it. So this game, let's go to the beginning. Started off, I was playing black against this person. They were rated higher. I don't know what they were rated higher. I guess this is the score they're given after the game. This is the score I'm given after the game. So I don't know what my score was before the game, but I'll look it up and put it in the description along with a lot of other great stuff for you to check out. This game started with a pretty common opening I now know is called the Petrov defense, and it has the symmetry like this. And then this person moved the bishop to c4, and I could see that they were targeting this f7 square, which is the weakest square for black because it's only guarded by the king. But I think I just like continued to try to develop. I moved that pawn up to free out my bishop, to free out one of my bishops. Seems like he was coming from this side, so I wanted to, I think, attack over here or just defend over here. And he moves his knights up to g5, and at the time I didn't know of anything called fried liver, but I'll tell you what it is now. Let me open up the analysis. Fried liver is if this knight lands right here, based on the movements of the knight, he can either capture my rook or my queen. So that's something I didn't really think about. If they do land there, if they do, come on. It's not gonna let me do it. I have to open up an Explorer tab. Let's make this bigger. This board I get to manipulate both sides to show my point. Okay, so if I do some kind of random move and they get here, then they have dibs on either my queen or my rook, and I'm not allowed to take or capture that piece, because I'll be putting myself in check from this bishop right here, and I'll draw the line on here. So I'm not allowed to take that. It's an illegal move. So I'm basically out of luck. But we're gonna go through what I did wrong, and then what I did right. Actually, I didn't do that many things that were right, but then I'll go through what I could have done better. And me going through this, narrating it, actually helps me learn so it doesn't happen again. So that's part of the reason for this channel. I thought I would be smart by moving this pawn up and to chase away the knight, because I thought if the knight was under attack it would go somewhere else. But like I said, I never heard of no fried liver ever, and they just went through with the attack. And that's when I realized, maybe I shouldn't have done that pawn move. And so I have to choose between saving my rook or saving my queen, and I chose to save my queen. Now I was fully expecting him to just take the rook right here, but I think this person thought that because they were able to get away with the fried liver, that I was really dumb, and they decided to be greedy, and they brought their queen out to attack, to just hammer down on my pieces. And it's kind of ironic because they kind of assumed that I was being dumb, but they did something even dumber, which is bringing out their queen and just putting them right in view of this wonderful black knight of mine. And I think the move is pretty simple. I just jacked it. I just kidnapped the queen. So what I did, and then it was at this point he realized he messed up, or she messed up, and that's when he or she resigned. They thought in 2 minutes and 30 seconds it's gonna be hard to come back in a game where you just lose your queen. So that teaches them. So it was a good move to take the queen, but I could have avoided the situation altogether if I would have not moved this pawn up right here. That one. Because it basically gave him an excuse to come capture this pawn and put me in a situation where I had to avoid it. And if I had done that, his best move was to just take the rook and be content with that gain, because here they'd be winning. The better move for me, if you notice up here it says who has the advantage. Right now white has about 0.41 advantage, which represents almost a half of a pawn. Right when I moved this pawn up, you'll see this part flip, and I just am all losing by a lot, like 7 pawns, because it knows the best move is to take this pawn like that. So what I should have done instead, to not lose, or not to get in debt points wise, or not to start losing, was I could have just moved this pawn up 1, and that's what the computer says is the best move. Because if they are able to, because if I do that and they do want to try the fried liver, I am no longer putting myself in check by taking this knight, because this blocks the attack. So that's the way to avoid it. If I move this pawn up and this person takes, then the best move would be here, probably. Well, that's what I would do now, because if they do follow through with the check, or if they do follow through with the fried liver, I can just grab the knight without having to lose my castling privileges, which you do when you move your king for the first time. So that's how to avoid the fried liver. I'll go through it again. Do Petrov's defense. they move their bishop out here. Knight to g5. It's going to be my move. Knight to g5. And then once here, push this pawn. Now they don't really get anywhere. It would be worse for them to take. So then I'll move up and they'll take it, and then I'll just win their knight. And then I'm in a better situation than I was before. So yeah, I learned this, and I hope that this never happens. Well, I hope that I never do a move like this again and lose such an advantage. But if someone wants to give me their queen, I'll gladly take it again. I'm totally cool with that. Yeah, and so this has been my video about how I won, even getting fried livered. So thanks for watching this video. I look forward to making the next one. And if you have a comment about what you liked about this video, or a question you have, or even a better move that you know than what I do, go ahead and leave it in a comment so we can discuss chess theory and just geek out together. So thanks for watching, have a great day, and God bless.